Welcome back. What happens when you are drafted to the NFL, but your career ends shortly after it starts? You pivot, move to New York City, and become an opera singer.
As one does.
Yes, often.
Well, that's exactly what happened to our next guest. Former Cleveland Browns defensive lineman Ta'u Pupu'a turned his biggest setback into an unexpected new path as a Juilliard-trained opera singer.
Falsetto? I'm kidding. Now his incredible journey is the focus of The Platform, a short film that will make its world premiere at the 50th Cleveland International Film Festival next Wednesday, April 15th. Please welcome Ta'u. Hello. How are you? Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
How's it going?
Good, good.
What a remarkable story.
Yeah, can't wait to hear this one.
Incredible story.
So take us back. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in the Kingdom of Tonga, the youngest of 9, and we moved to America, to Salt Lake City, Utah, when I was 4.
And at some beginnings, did you always want to play football?
Football was introduced to me by, at the age of 9, by a scout who knew that they had scouts for Little League. But yeah.
You were that young?
I was 9 years old when I was introduced to football. Yeah.
I was going to say, you're that big.
Well, coconut does you well.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. Were you always a singer?
In my household, there was always a lot of music, and so music was always around. For the Polynesian people, there's always music, you know, and so I grew up with music, and so my brother went to the University of Utah, and he studied classical music, and that's how that came into our household, to hear Pavarotti, Domingo in the house, and so I was introduced to that. But before that, I was just listening to a lot of hip hop and reggae, and playing football.
So how did the transition happen? How do you go from football to opera?
So when I got drafted to the Cleveland Browns by Bill Belichick, I was with him, and then I got injured. And so, but I had that taste of success, and I wanted more of that taste of success, especially growing up in a humble household.
Right.
And so I wanted to give my parents more and my family more. And so I decided to be an opera singer. Why opera? I have no idea. But if I wanted to be an actor, I would move to California, as one does. But to be in Broadway or some kind of opera, you move to New York. And so I decided to move to New York with my one suitcase and a bag full of courage.
And were you, when the injury occurred, were you, like you said, you came from humble beginnings. I mean, you made it to the NFL. That's incredible right there. You get injured, are you just crushed and just have no idea what you're going to do? Or did you say, like, you know what, I always had this backup. I love to sing. Let's try this.
I was crushed. I was depressed for about 3 months. I didn't know what to do with my life because football, that's all I knew. But then after the 3 months of depression, I decided to crawl out of my parents' basement and surround myself with people, positive people, people that thought like me, people that had goals and dreams. And those are the type of people that I hung out with.
I think that's the trick.
Yeah.
Surround yourself, and anytime I was like, oh, I'm going through a breakup, it's like, surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
People that are going to kind of pull you out of it.
Yes.
And now you have a new movie coming out.
Yes.
The Platform. Did you ever imagine you'd be the subject of a film?
Not at all. I mean, I've had a lot of different interviews because of my story, but when I was approached by Mark, the producer and director, to star in this short film, I jumped at it. Why not?
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Why not? And so I jumped at it, and we filmed it last year in Los Angeles.
What is a better feeling, and be honest, please, when you just like crush somebody in a tackle, or when you hit that perfect like ending opera note?
Both.
Really?
Both.
Have you ever done them simultaneously?
No, but there were times when I'll be on the opera stage that I feel like I wanted to tackle someone. But
Okay.
Did you ever sing while playing football, though? Did your teammates know you had this talent?
No, but when I was interviewed in the locker room to give out a little, a song like O Sole Mio, I sort of backed off from it because, classical music and football does not go hand in hand.
There's ballet. They do ballet to get their
They
composure
do,
and
and martial arts and all that. But, I've never seen a classical opera singer, football player. So I think I
Except
was,
right now, one's
Yeah.
sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yep. I think you set the precedence. I think you guys, I'm going to pump you up right now, guys, and just into some opera. That's fantastic. Well, congratulations, man. This is awesome.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much.
And if you would like to see Ta'u perform, you can catch him at a free concert at the Good Shepherd Faith Presbyterian Church this Sunday. That's April 12th. For more information, go to goodshepherdfaith.com.